Oh yeah, starting the day. Look at already.
I've got plenty of mind, a special thing in store. Tonight looks like my day, so get up and play, 'cause you never feel this way.
Alright, welcome back to Dan's Hangout Garage. Sorry it's been a while, got a beard going on. But today I'm going to show you how I remove a rear tire on an 88 Honda Goldwing. Let's jump into it. Sorry, you can gonna have my heater in the background, but we are gonna start on the right side exhaust. I'll show you what we need to do. Alright, for the right side, we're gonna need two 12 millimeters to get the exhaust bolt out. Then you also have two 12 underneath that you'll have to take loose because we're going to have to move the exhaust out the way. I'm going to completely take it off for my own personal reasons, but we're just going to start by loosening this. I've already got the two bolts over there loosened, so all you got to do is just drop it out the way and you're done. But I'm going to completely remove it. There we go. Now, you do not have to pull these brackets off to take the rear tire off. I'll show you how to do it without pulling these brackets. Alright, our next thing we're going to do on this side is we're going to remove this bolt, or nut, I should say. I have 1 1/16". That's why you had to remove the exhaust, so you can get this in there, or move the exhaust. Mine's already loose. And done. That's it for this side of the bike. Our next step is we're gonna have to take this off so we can have a place to roll out the tire, and I'll show you to take that off. Okay, this is the tag bracket. Mine is actually upside down. I wanted to do that so you can actually see the bolts. So don't say, hey, it's upside down. Well, I know it's upside down. I wanted you to be able to see it. So we are going to take these two bolts off, get our tag bracket off. And done. Tag bracket is off. Alright. There's nothing actually holding the rest of this on except for the tag bracket bolts and the bolt from the saddlebags. So you're going to lift up and pull down, and there you go. Okay, since we now got this piece off, our next piece is to go ahead and pull this crossbar off. That's the only piece that you will have to pull off on the side box, side bags, whatever. This is the only support that you will have to pull out so you can roll the tire out. These are currently 10 millimeters too. Since we got that side exhaust on, the back, and the cross brakes, we're going to move on to the brakes and the shock. This is where it gets a little tricky with some of it, but let's do this. So we're going to work on the caliper bolts. The top one, for some reason, is a 14 millimeter, and the bottom one is a 12 to get the caliper off. Well, need a little bit more bigger ratchet. Put an extension on this so you can actually see it so my hands aren't in the way. There we go. And now we'll work on the 12. One bolt, 2 bolts, and now your caliper should be free. Alright, caliper's free. We're going to work on the next bolt. The next bolt we're going to work on is this shock bolt right here. It's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can zoom in. There you go. But we're not going to completely remove it. We are just going to loosen it enough for this bracket to come loose. And that should also be a 12 millimeter. See if I can do this. Whoa, timber. Well, I got it broke loose. Now we're just going to loosen it so it won't come out no more. Alright, and done. So once we pull the next bolt out, we can slide the wheel out. The next bolt I'm going to work on is this one right here. That one. And we're going to completely remove it. Ding! There you go. Now it depends on how long this has been together and not been taken apart. You should just be able to slide that axle right out. Let's see if I can just push it. Yep, and there it goes. Pushed it from the other side as far as I could. There she comes. And now we have the axle out. Cool. Alright, now that we have the axle out, what we need to do is that nut on the shock. We have to pull it out just a little bit more. Not much. Ow. Need some better pliers. Just enough for that bracket to come out. There we go. Now we got the caliper bracket out. Next piece I'm going to pull is this one right here so we don't lose it. Remember what side it goes on. And then now we're going to back up and pull the wheel out. So now it's time to get the wheel out. All you really got to do is just pull it and roll it out. There we go. All right, now that you have your wheel out, this would be the perfect time to inspect everything, wheel bearings, stuff like that. See, I'm putting a new tire on this one because this one is actually flat, because something was rubbing against it and slid into the tire somewhere around here. So there you go. So that's how I remove the tire off an 88 Honda Goldwing. If you haven't checked out the saddlebag removals, I'll link it up in that corner. No, that corner. I don't know. One of the corners. And go check it out. And thank you for watching the video. And hopefully you stay tuned.
Today is gonna be a little something more. I've got a plenty